So the custom by these great masters and mystics and teachers, that their disciples, their followers, their students would from time to time come visit them and go in what was called yechidus, private audience, and would ask and open their hearts and ask for advice and for ways to heal in different challenges that they may have had and face different issues. So it was once at the end of the holiday season where there were many people waiting to go see the Rebbe. They were like on a line. And everything was rolling along when suddenly the Rebbe told the secretary he's going to take a break now, which was really not common for him to do that. It was not like him because there are people waiting and they're waiting to travel back home. But hey, the Rebbe needs something, fine. So he took a break. Was it 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour passed, a few hours passed. And his assistant was so curious, and he's listening in, and he's hearing how the Rebbe is crying. He could hear that he's like going through something very personal inside the room. He didn't know what. Finally, time passed, and I don't know how much time, but finally the Rebbe opened his door and resumed what was called the yechidus, these private audiences. After finishing it, after a few days later, the assistant asked the Rebbe, said, Rebbe, maybe the Rebbe can explain to me what happened. It's unlike the Rebbe to make people wait. So what was going on? The Rebbe could share. So the Mittler Rebbe said to him the following words. Listen to this. So when someone comes to me for advice, or they have a problem or a struggle they're dealing with, I can't just give them advice. I have to find that same problem within me in some subtle form. And once I find it within myself, I can correct it within me, and then I can give them advice. There was a person who came to see me, and he shared something with me which was so off the charts, so to speak, out of the pale. I couldn't find, for the life of me, as much as I dug in introspection, I couldn't find anything similar in my own being that would allow me. Now, why would God put me in this place to hear this, and how could I advise him if I can't find it within myself? So I needed to take time to search and search and search, and I did. And then I finally found something I did. Obviously nothing similar, but on a very small, subtle form that I could then repair within myself, and that allowed me to give him advice. Think about this story. We have many doctors and therapists and psychiatrists. They give maybe good advice. Some don't give such good advice. But even if they do, it's a whole other story, finding it within yourself. As a matter of fact, I know there's the concept of transference and countertransference and all that, but much of therapy is based on being detached and not over-identifying. Being able to find inside yourself is that type of commitment, that your problem is my problem, and my problem is your problem, that there's that type of connection, I find that to be mind-blowing in the empathy, the capacity that you can't really advise someone unless you identify with the issue. You could say, 1 second, that's this person's problem. They're coming to me because I don't have the problem and I'm objective. But still, with all that, being able to find within yourself that which the other person is dealing and suffering with, that's someone you can trust because they empathize, they relate to you. That was the story of the Mittler Rebbe that I wanted to share.